Hello everyone, this is Andrew McNair from SWAN Capital with our March 2020 SWAN report. In this month's video, we're going to discuss some recent headlines that are very serious that have influenced financial markets in February, but I also want to provide you some perspective on what these developments may mean for you over the next few months ahead. Now, as always, please stay tuned at the end of this video for some required disclosure statements. Now, in your investing lifetime, you may only see a situation like this a few times. The truth is that we cannot yet gauge the full economic impact of the coronavirus and what it's going to mean for the rest of the year, let alone the next few years, if it's going to push us towards not only a recession, but maybe even a global depression. But in February, I can tell you that the S&P 500 lost 8% and that the Dow lost 10%, but the NASDAQ lost 6%. But that was in February. We've seen 12% drops, 10% drops, 6% drops. The market is historically volatile right now. And in that response, the Federal Reserve Chairman said that the Fed is prepared to use all the tools and act appropriately to support the economy. So it's nice to see the Federal Reserve in a very positive, supportive role. And that's why they lowered interest rates to 0. The good news about the economy that was completely overshadowed was that we added 225,000 jobs in January, lowering our unemployment to 3.6%. But now with the coronavirus, who knows what our unemployment is going to be? Some businesses are going to be closed for 30 to 60 days, which will definitely impact unemployment. But at the beginning of this year, we had so much positive news. We were told that we were so close to a consensus between China and US coming to an agreement on trade deals. But unfortunately, with the coronavirus, everything's been put on pause. Everything's been put on hold. Now, as earnings reports continually come in with the companies reporting how their first quarter, we're going to see how deep the impact of COVID-19 really is on our economy. And that will make stock prices potentially even retreat even further. But even with all this good and bad news that we're hearing, I want to share with you some tangible ideas that you can implement in a down market. Now, please don't take anything that I have given you today and run with it too far, because personal financial advice should be custom to you and your family. But here are some general tips that are a good idea in a down market. The first is that if you have cash on the sidelines, it may be a perfect time to begin methodically moving money into your retirement accounts, into the market. If you don't have a Roth, it's a perfect time to begin one by putting a deposit of your cash into the market. Number 2 is if you're retired, stop trying to take money from your investment accounts. If you have some emergency funds, if you have cash on the sidelines, take from those accounts first before selling stocks to create income, because if you do, those stocks will never recover. Number 3 is if you're making extra payments to a mortgage, to a long-term debt, maybe slow that down and increase your 401k contributions. Speaking of your 401k, if you have a 401k that's been invested very safely, maybe you want to gradually increase to growth-focused funds. If you're investing for the next 9 years into your 401k, you need to change your future allocations. Change your future allocations changes how your monthly deposits will be invested into your 401k. You want to be buying while everyone's theoretically selling. So you want to have a growth-focused future allocation in your 401k. Because your IRA is at a depressed value, you can start converting that to a Roth. And when it comes back, when the market comes back, it'll be tax-free growth for your retirement. If you have questions about your personal situation, and if any of these ideas make sense for your financial picture, please give us a call at 850-380-9558. That's 850-380-9558. I also want to tell you, as a client, we have our shred event coming up. Please bring as many things as you can find and we'll shred them for you. Again, that's it for the March SWAN report for 2020.